Mummy and Daddy going hiking today?
Okay.
Seriously, this spot up here is like the biggest adrenaline rush. So we have no wallet, have no sunscreen, have no hat, and you're at the Sunshine Coast. There's a little insider to us. Good morning, beautiful humans. It is so awesome to have you along with our day to day. Not only because I get to chat to you all about how we're starting this epic YouTube channel, but also because we're going to go and do my favourite all-time hike. I'm going to go climb Mt Tibrogargan. So I'm probably going to have to wake up these two at some point. Atlas is going to be staying at my mum's today because we haven't done Mt Tibrogargan in a while. I actually haven't done it since I was pregnant. It was a hike that I used to do a lot back before I got pregnant, but there's actually like some rock climbing involved in it, and Atlas is just too young at the moment. I'd actually be really interested in the comments for any other hiking families, like if their kids have climbed Mt Tibrogargan. I'd love to know what age and what skill set they kind of were at, because I'm thinking you have to be a pretty confident rock climber before you do that. But yeah, it's a shame to be leaving him because I love hiking with him, but I'm also so excited to be doing it because, as I said, it's like one of my favorite all-time hikes. So can't wait to bring you guys on the journey. Guys, I literally can't even deal with their cuteness. Atlas is like, oh, he's one of those kids that wakes up very regularly during the night and feeds a lot. And he is 19 months. I had to think about that for a minute. And we're currently kind of taking the first steps towards doing a bit of night weaning. And last night, Patrick got up with Atlas for probably about an hour. I was just rocking him, and yeah, I think we may not be starting our hike as early as we'd originally planned. So I probably should wake up these sleeping beauties and get started on the day. Alright, I'll see you soon. You get your monkey.
Okay.
Mummy and Daddy going hiking today?
Okay.
Hiking? And what are you doing today?
Back.
You're going to park with Nanny?
Mommy.
Should we tell Nanny that?
No.
No. Do you think we should wake Dad up?
No.
No. Let Daddy sleep a bit longer?
No.
Was Daddy up last night with you?
Yeah.
Did Daddy help you sleep last night? You hate sheets on you, don't you? Will you see Monkey?
Monkey.
Where's Monkey's face? Does Monkey want to be on camera?
Mama.
Oh, and here's Koala.
Hey, koala. Stop.
Are you doing some big stretching? You gonna say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mama.
What are we gonna have for brekkie, Chookie? Okay guys, I want to give you a little insight into the kind of hikers that you are following along with at the moment. We are currently out in a store just outside of Tibrogargan because as we were driving here, Patrick looked at me and goes, "Hey babe, did you pack my hat?" And I was like, "No, did you pack your hat?" And he's like, "No." Okay, so we've got sunscreen, right? And I was like, "No, didn't pack sunscreen." So he's like, "Okay, we need to go to the shop and get sunscreen." Anyway, we pull up at the front and he goes, "Can you check me my wallet?" And I was like, "Oh, where'd you put it?" And he goes, "Oh, did you not pack my wallet for me?" So we have no wallet, have no sunscreen, have no hat, and you're at the Sunshine Coast. There's a little insight into us. It is a lot busier than we had anticipated. Usually we get here a lot earlier. However, after Atlas not sleeping last night, this was our option. Have we ever not got a car park before? Yeah, usually we're here at 6. We're now here, I'm pretty sure it's like 9:30. So we are going to be climbing up Tibro in the hottest part of the day. For anyone watching for some advice, don't do that. Okay guys, the test is on. I'm so curious if Tibrogargan can be climbed with a toddler. So we're about to head up and see if it's possible. Okay, before we head up the mountain, I'm gonna have a little chat to you guys about like what it is that I guess led me to creating this channel. So a year and a half I had a little boy, Atlas, and before that my partner and I spent a lot of time traveling and we really led a very spontaneous life. And I know for anyone who's watching this, they're like, yeah, but then you become a parent and like everything changes, right? And yeah, life totally changes, and I'm not going to be one to say that having a child you can have your life exactly how you had it before, because things 100% change. But for me, especially when Atlas came along, I realized that the life that we had created, flies everywhere, the life that we had created didn't serve the way that we wanted to parent and the way that we really wanted to show up in our life. So like even now when I think about it and I talk to other families, I've been working, so when Atlas was born I really got into a place where I'm like, alright, we're transitioning our life onto the online space, and I started working online and I started building a business online, and it felt really special and sacred to me, but I wanted to reach out further and meet more people. And as I started talking to all these women who have families, one of the things that kept coming up for me is that people are making massive sacrifices in their life. People are sacrificing their relationship with their partners is a huge one. I think often we focus so much on our children that we forget ourselves, or we don't value our worth, and also our relationship with our partners drops off the bandwagon because like, where the hell do we have time to do that? Well, we're also doing 9-to-5 jobs. And for a lot of people that I speak to, like, they're doing jobs that are longer than 9-to-5. And so for me, and I know a lot of you will already know this story, Atlas was born and I was literally like, I said to Patrick, like, we're moving to Bali, right? Like, obviously we're moving to Bali, we're moving our life online and we're moving to Bali because it's going to be cheap and it's going to be amazing. And he was like, babe, we're not doing that. And for him, he has had a really strong connection to like wanting to be a provider. And this is another thing that I speak to a lot of women about when they're like, well, I want this life, but my partner doesn't. And I used to think that for us, but what I realized is we wanted the exact same thing, we just had different views on how to get there. And the one thing that I will say to anyone who is watching this, who feels like maybe their partner doesn't exactly get where they're at, have a belief that is rock solid. Like, I'm saying visualize exactly what you want in your life, and like for me that was buying a van, fitting it out, traveling around Australia, being able to travel overseas, being able to, for the two of us, to spend a lot of time with our child. And I just have kept that view so strong in my head, and slowly things have started falling into place. And yeah, Patrick's still not behind this camera because he's like, girl, this is your thing for the moment, and that's okay. You get to make changes in your life regardless of all the people around you. You are the only person in this world who has control over your life. We might like to think that other people do, but they don't. We have that. And so it's really cool that I get to share this with you, but also take you on our favorite hike. So let me tell you a little bit about Tibro. So we're about to climb up. I don't know if you can see Tibro in the back. No, that's the toilet. Anyway, I haven't climbed Tibro since I was 6 weeks pregnant. And at the time I had no idea that I was pregnant, and I climbed down on the saddle and I was like feeling on top of the world. And anyway, I got down, tripped literally tripped over a rock as we were getting back to the car park, and my body went into this crazy shock response. And it was literally like I tripped over a flat piece of ground and my body started shaking. I started to get the sweats, and like, because I have worked as an occupational therapist and like as a health professional, I very much knew the symptoms of shock, and I literally was like, babe, get me like a bliss ball, a date ball, I need some sugar, I'm going into shock. But the thing was, we couldn't work out like why I was going into shock after this tiny little trip. I was like, this is hilarious. And my brother and sister were doing the hike with me as well, and they were laughing their heads off. Anyway, we get back down. A couple of weeks later, I realized that I had been pregnant on that hike. And that what I think now, looking back on it, happened is that my body went into a shock response to protect this tiny little baby that I had, which is cool and kind of crazy. Anyway, as you will get to know as you follow me along this beautiful journey in life, is that I go off on crazy tangents. I'm sure I'm not always going to know where these videos go, but for all of you that are fascinated about this Tibro climb, let's get up there. Alright guys, we'll talk to you soon. Mwah. We are 1/4 of the way up, and it is safe to say that I'm parked. Bit of smile. Those long arms and those long legs. Okay guys, I think now is the perfect moment for me to tell you that I'm literally crazy. Like, I don't know in what mindset that I started this and was like, how long will it be until I can do this with Addie? It's rock climbing, like legit rock climbing without any ropes. So the next time that I say to you, oh, like maybe your toddler will be able to do this, and I haven't yet done it with my son, disregard anything that I say. It is yeah, it's steep. It's really steep. Like, I actually forgot. It's crazy, eh? literally just walked like just over the top of the mountain, and check out how still it is. Like, it's insane. There's a cool little section once you get up here called the saddle, and we used to do, well, I've done it once, let's be honest. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, but I want to show you it because I find it really interesting. It's actually fairly easy to climb down, not that I'm going to suggest that to anyone, but the thing that I find really interesting about it is that it's like, it's all a mind game. So as you climb down, you're looking straight out over the cliff, and so you really feel like you're having to combat that part of your brain that's like telling you that you're going to die. Even though if you look straight down, you can actually see that there's like, you're not falling anywhere, and I'll show you that. But yeah, let's see if I'm about to do it, and if I am, maybe if I'm not going to do it, maybe Patrick will do it. He's currently on his phone checking in on his socials, probably. Let's be honest, he's probably researching his board game. Alright, let's check it out. Okay, so this is a view looking out, and then as we go down here, that little spot there's the saddle. So when you climb down to it, you're essentially looking out on this view, which makes it really scary. But I'll get Patrick to film it from the side so you can actually see what it is like down the bottom. You're right. It was definitely a terrible idea to ever think that I could bring a 1.5-year-old up here. Seriously, this spot up here is like the biggest adrenaline rush. So we have probably spent about half an hour up here chatting because it's so beautiful, and it's like so warm, and it's so still, and also I think that we're both like quietly resisting one, the climb down, and two, it is so windy over there. Hey guys, so before I run through like my top tips for Tibro, I will say that if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, my #1 tip is that when you charge a spare battery to take with you on a hike or wherever you're going to go film, you actually take it with you. I didn't. I left it at home on the charger, and so we are finishing this video at my mum's house where we've just come to pick Atlas up. So with Tibro, one of the things that like keeps coming up for me, that in the past when I have helped quite a few people out on actually doing the climb, and even today like supporting a few people that were like feeling not very confident, like just other people that were out there doing it, because online it says you don't need technical skills. Lots of people try to do it, but the actual summit is tricky. And it's tricky for a number of reasons. One, it requires like a decent level of fitness. And two, I think the thing that people don't often talk about is that it requires confidence. Because as you're climbing up, you can see straight down the mountain. And yes, like when you're doing like the basic rock climbing part, there are so many handholds and footholds. It's not hard to actually do the climb, but you have to feel comfortable in yourself to do that. And so what I say to people is that if you feel like this isn't you, one, do not do it by yourself. Two, if you feel like this isn't you but you'd really like to do it in a group. and do it in a group where there's like at least 1 or 2 people who feel really confident, so that you can kind of put like the confident person at the start and a confident person at the end, and then anyone in between, if they're struggling with like hand placements or foot placements, someone can point to them and show them what to do. And this is what we've done with a lot of people in the past. We've just like, you literally just point out a handhold and a foothold, because they're all there. It's easy when you know where they are. And also like when that's what you're focusing on, and you're not focusing on the fact that you're like high up on a mountain or that you could fall really far. And yes, yes, you caught my video. I would not be rushing up that mountain with a child. Maybe there are some people that do it, like maybe there's some people that feel really confident, and like that's awesome if that's something that you feel really confident with. We will not be taking Atlas up there anytime soon. I mean, I can't wait for him to climb and for us to be able to take him up there, but I don't think that it's going to be anytime in the near future. But hey, who knows, maybe he will be like a little monkey who's scouring walls in the next couple of years. We'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, that's probably my biggest piece of advice. And then it's just like the general hiking things. Take water, take plenty of water. So the thing with Tibro, especially in summer, like anyone who's catching this video in summer, is that the sun rises on the face of the wall that you're climbing. So in the morning when most people climb, it is so hot. But for us, like it's winter now. The big thing that I found today is that the wind up there was insane on the front face. And so like, I don't know if you can see, like I've got kind of all windburn everywhere. So yeah, just like protecting yourself from that. But yeah, that's probably it. Make sure you take plenty of snacks, like just your like standard things. I'm just trying to think now if there's anything else that I would say to people. No, really, just like go in a group. That would be my I think that's my really big takeaway from Tibro, and enjoy it. Don't get to the top and like just take a video or just take some photos and not give yourself enough time to just like sit up there and take some beautiful deep breaths and just like really enjoy the space, because it's such a beautiful spot. So like when you got to the top of the mountain, as you can see all the other glasshouse mountains. Like it's absolutely beautiful. And so like if you're someone who like you're going up during the middle of the day, like take some sandwiches up there, like, or whatever you want to eat for lunch, and have a meal up there. Like it's beautiful. Anyway guys, I am super excited because I am having my first girls night out tonight since Atlas was born. I think one other night I've gone out for dinner with the girls, but I'm going out with 2 of my best mates, and I'm so excited. That I think the thing that I'm most excited about, one of the girls was like really excited, she's like, wear flat shoes, like I really want to go dancing. But I think the thing for me that I'm really excited about is like having that really deep conversation and connection with my friends without any of us having to think about our children. Like I don't know how many other parents are watching this and you're like, yeah, it's really hard to get off like that superficial chat when half or 3/4 of your brain is like focusing on your babies. But yeah, anyway guys, I'm jumping off now. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I'm gonna pop down below all my social media contacts, so if you would like to follow along on our journey more, then please follow us, and I cannot wait to chat to you more. Alright, big love, beautiful people. Mwah!